So, guess who finished another ride?
Welcome to another day of viewing on public access television. We hope you enjoy today's programming.
I figured I'd do a little tour now and a little POV in the beginning of the video, and then we can jump into a time lapse and I can talk about the new updates that are coming to Planet Coaster. I'm so excited. Okay, so this is the ride. It's the Mariana Explorer. But look, Mariana Explorer. Okay. Also, opening the park was such a good idea. Just it feels just so much better. Oh my god, you're walking through a rock. Do you know where you are? Okay. But yeah, look, there's like a little submersible thingy up there. Look at them. Hi. Didn't I go on the thing with you? I think I went on the ride with you, didn't I? Are y'all ready? I like your earrings. Oh my god, I think I went on the... Okay, anyway, in the last video. Damn, okay. Anyway, Mariana Explorer. Is that centered? Anyway, so we go down this little hallway and then we turn the corner and look, we're just there. There's just so much coral and just it looks like Pandora. Then look at them go by. Okay, so I did a POV of this when it was unfinished in my last video, but we will just jump into it, yeah? Okay, there was not going to be one in the station. Oh, there is going to be one in the station. Okay, can I click on it? Can I click on it? Can I sit? Can I... Aha, okay. I think front seat will be good. I'm not going to move the camera. I'm just going to shut up and let the thing do its thing. Okay, so... Make sure to keep your hands, arms, feet, and tentacles inside the ride vehicle at all times, please. Thank you. Okay, that was the first time that I had ridden it like fully. So anyway, so yeah, so this is the exit of the ride, and I mean you can kind of see, you know, some of the walls and things, but there's the big animatronic guy, and you have like this like weird cave thing. So and then this just leads outside. So yeah, okay. That's the backstage. I'm still gonna kind of fix this, but I have to, you know, finish this whole station building for the boat ride. So that is next. But in this part, we will be focusing mostly on this ride. So yeah, isn't it just, oh, I love it so much. Okay, anyway, let's get into the time lapse. Okay. Well, hey, yeah, okay. That was fun, right? Alright, so this is a bit of a long time lapse. The video is kind of long. I'd like to keep these at like 20 minutes, but I don't know. The last video, it was just like a tour of everything before I, kind of started building everything again. And I opened it. And oh, opening the park was just that. It kind of changes everything. Because, well, I don't know. I build it in Sandbox and I don't really open it because, well, I don't have the best computer, so I'm always kind of afraid that, the more guests that I have in the park, the laggier it's gonna get, and then, anyway, I guess that's not. I don't have to worry about that. I guess in Planet Coaster 2, so that's great. I'm just okay. Anyway, the new update. Okay, so coming March 20th, we are getting the Western theme in Planet Coaster 2. That is so exciting. It's 350 items, 350 plus items. So, and they're all probably going to be scalable, hopefully recolorable. That's just so exciting. And then those 3 bullet points with the stars next to them. I mean, okay, so, water parks. I think some of the biggest issues that people had were those 3 points, with the very specific animations on these specific special pieces. The guests wouldn't get out of the flumes, like you can't launch them. And a lot of the flumes are flat bottomed, which isn't exactly how flumes are. Yeah, I don't know why they started with that and they didn't just start with this, although I don't know. It's a bit confusing, but I'm glad that it's fixed now, and I'm sure a lot of people are very glad that it's fixed now. So yeah, that's just really exciting, right? I have a water park series on this channel, and well, it's kind of 80s and it's called Vaporwave, so it's like campy. It's kind of stupid. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's just weird. But after this update, I think I will be definitely spending some more time in that park trying to make it. I don't know. I have a hard time with that park because I'm not good at water parks. I've never been to a lot of them. I've been, I think, to like 2, maybe. So, I don't know. Anyway, there are also a ton of things that, I mean, they're important, but, okay. So there's a scenery rotation toggle tool, which just lets you kind of randomly rotate things within certain limits, which is pretty cool. I don't know how I'll use that quite yet. Maybe like a flower bed? I don't know. But career maps are available in Sandbox now. There's custom ride audio. They're adding some stock coasters. They're adding another ride into the game. They are adjusting and fixing some of the ride attendant, the various schedules and things like that. And then just, various bug fixes and enhancements and things. If I'm yelling, I apologize. This microphone is very sensitive, and I feel like, I don't know, when I'm here and I'm recording, I'm kind of loud. So I do apologize if I am yelling. But this is super exciting, you guys. I was not expecting this at all. And they also showed us what April has in store for us. Okay, so we have restaurants, we have Frontier Workshop, the extra features. Wait, restaurants? We're getting restaurants. Okay, anyway, we're getting restaurants! There's also going to be more career mode things in Sandbox mode, stock coasters, an additional ride, franchise mode improvements, ongoing stability, and restaurants. We're getting restaurants. Okay. I am so excited for this. Not to speculate, because, I'm not a Planet Coaster news channel. I'm not a Planet Coaster speculation channel, whatever. I'm just here to build things and make it look pretty. I don't even really play career mode. So, restaurants. Hopefully this will open the door for souvenir shops, maybe even hotels to come back into the game. If they do hotels, I hope they do it with like a different system where it's not like the weird big boxes that we had in Planet Coaster 1. Those are cool, but I feel like a system where you actually have to not make the rooms, but like maybe each box is like a room or like 10 rooms. So you do have to make a very large building. You can't just place like the lobby in like 5 boxes and that's kind of the hotel, because that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Hotels take up a lot of space. So I feel like that would be more realistic, I think. But restaurants, hopefully souvenir shops soon, I have no idea. But just the fact that they are adding the Western theme means that they are interested, at least, in adding other themes, right? Like maybe the fantasy theme, maybe like the sci-fi theme. I've seen a lot of people float the idea that they're going to bring back the like studios theme, and maybe even add some stuff from the Ghostbusters pack. You can't buy the Ghostbusters pack anymore. I'm not sure why. I think it's because they didn't want to update the license or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that would be a really good idea to include, you know, just all the city stuff in one update. I don't know. I will say that I think it's a good idea to include various themes like this. However, I think it gets into a bit of a weird territory when we're looking at the DLCs for the Planet Coaster 1. Like, I wouldn't expect them to do the city theme or the studios theme or the spooky theme. I don't know. I feel like they would do that as like a DLC like they did last time. But then again, I don't really know what they could do different. I was talking to one of my friends about this, and I was like, if they do the adventure theme again, they kind of focused on like South America-ish. I'm like, I don't know what they could do in terms of making the adventure theme more interesting. Maybe they could focus on like ancient Egypt or something, and that could kind of tie into the mythology theme. I don't know. Like pyramids and all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure how they could try to make it more interesting than how they did in the first game, without just like a carbon copy. And honestly, a carbon copy, I wouldn't be mad at it. I really wouldn't. And I think, like, I haven't played much Planet Zoo, gonna be honest, but a lot of the themes in that game are beautiful, and I think if they just kind of import some of those into Planet Coaster 2, I think everyone would be so happy with that. But I mean, on the flip side, right? Because if you import the same themes into the two different games, right, then like this one has coasters and that one doesn't, so then you're kind of just like, well, but I can build the same thing in both, so then like kind of like what's the point of buying the other one if I want to... So do you kind of see what I'm getting at? Like, you're kind of just making the same game at that point. I'm not saying you are, because the management and the animals and everything's different, but do you kind of get what I mean? I don't know. It makes sense to not import the same themes. However, I think it would be kind of cool to have maybe a couple or like a couple objects, maybe a couple small things from Planet Zoo. I'm not sure. I mean, they already have the assets, so I wouldn't be mad if they just imported them. I don't know. So anyway, let's talk about the build, because I am already working on the dark ride. So right now I am just kind of putting coral in here. There's no roof on it. So I put all the coral in and then I colored it later, which is not a very good idea. And I did keep most of the coral the same, you know, generic out of the box color in the rest of the park. Okay, I placed a lot of the coral either in different scenery groups or not in a scenery group, so it was kind of a pain to recolor. I don't recommend, but we also have that new thing now where, you know, if you change the color of something, it'll stay that same color, which is great. But when you're also, like, when you change something one time and then you just want it to go back to like the basic color, it's kind of just like, oh, well, crap, I colored it and now I'm trying to find the piece that just looks that like the same piece, like the same base colors that it comes with, and just like, anyway, that was my struggle. It's a weird struggle to have, but that was my struggle. Also, these jellyfish are amazing. I love them. They're so weird. The little like tentacles, they move so... I'm gesturing with my hands. You can't see it, but I'm doing it with my hands. So, I love these little guys. I think this room is very loud. It's very crowded, and I don't know. I think the underwater theme works really, really well because it's just landscaping, really. You're just landscaping like well, it's just like aquarium scaping. Is that... wait, what is that called? There's like channels in like on YouTube, and there's complete video games that are just based on like landscaping aquariums. That's not what it's like. Aquascaping? Is that what it's called? I think that's what it's called. Anyway, I tried to cut out a lot of footage from this because it is kind of just me going around and coloring things and switching between different scenery groups and making sure things look good from different angles. And that doesn't really look good when it's sped up at 6 times speed. So I tried to edit a lot of stuff out. I will say though, this ride has been a bit of a thorn in my side because, well, it's kind of wedged between a dark ride and a big boat ride. And it has indoor sections, outdoor sections. So in an exit, like this is a very complicated area right here. And I fit that little guy under like the stairs. So, well, I say little guy, it's huge. I wish we had some other fish animatronics, but you know, I'll take what I can get right now. So this is what we have. This little area was such a pain because it's like a cave, and I wanted to still have the backstage access. We have the exit path, we have the ride exiting and coming. Because like the station is right there, so you kind of can't like cover it. See, this is the thing. I kind of avoided this ride for a very long time because I didn't really know what to do because it's just a very active area. I don't know how else to say it. It's just, there's so much happening. But I think I think it looks pretty cool. Like it ends up looking pretty awesome. And this is funny, right? I position it, and I'm like, that looks pretty good. That looks fine. Then I zoom out, and I'm like, that's going through the track. Like what was I doing? Anyway, these little flat rocks come in handy they just cover everything. So I did edit out quite a bit. And I do believe that some of the fish that I have, those little like arms that stick out with like the fish that kind of like flop, I think I have some of those that are upside down. So I might go in and change those because that's, I mean, fish swimming upside down, that means they're dead, right? That's not good. So, but yeah, so right here, there's a lot happening. Yeah, but okay, after this, right, I have the boat ride to finish, and basically with that, okay, so I have everything pretty much finished up until the first lift hill, and then, you know, you plunge into the water, whatever, and then the second lift hill, it's just like a cave, but you end up on the roof of the building, so I don't know how I'm going to try to, like, disguise any of that. I could make the building taller, I guess, and just kind of make that like an enclosed space. I could do that. Yeah, I might do that now that I think about it, because you do see the backstage. You don't see backstage because you're above it, but you do see like trees and the horizon. So, and I think I said a while ago that I was going to try to do like a bleached coral type thing up there, but that's kind of depressing. So, like, this whole area is very colorful, so I don't know if it would be a good idea to do a bleached coral thing. I don't know. So I'm probably not going to do that. I could just enclose it and just kind of move on, but anyway, so I was talking about the scenes I have to finish, right? Okay, I keep getting distracted. After that second lift hill, it's pretty much just coaster track, and then you kind of just like go around, whatever, and then you go past the submarine. I might put some coral over there, or I don't know, something over there, and then you kind of go into like a little splashdown, and then there's like big pirate ship pieces. So it's supposed to kind of be like you were sucked into like a little like whirlpool kind of thing, maybe? I don't know. But those are the only scenes I have to finish. It's just basically the second half of the ride, and then I have to build a station building. And that is going to be kind of difficult because I don't really know what other variation of thing I can do. So, like, in this aquatic theme, it's like I picked like a color palette and then that was kind of it. And like the shapes, I mean, I'm not good with art shapes, so I don't really know what I could do. I could do another station with like a thing on top of it, you know, like with like a ship maybe on top of it. Maybe we don't have like a pirate ship, do we? No, we don't. I was like, I could do like a pirate shipwreck, and that could be like a big mountain with like a pirate ship kind of sticking out of it. It's like a shipwreck. You know what? That might be a cool idea. See, look at this. We're brainstorming. We're talking things out. It works. So, okay, the shipwreck building, that sounds like a good idea. And then, yeah, maybe I can try to focus more on like a storyline where you're like in like a whirlpool and you get sucked down. Okay, also, someone had mentioned a long time ago, actually, that I should be adding, or that I should add some more bubbles into my dark ride. I agree. However, again, back to the me not having a very good computer, the special effects lag so much. So I play paused, like everything's paused most of the time. There's usually no guests in the park, so this is like a rarity for me to be having, you know, guests and having things running, and so I don't want to push my computer too much because this is just a land and it's not that big. So if it's already going to be this laggy, I'm kind of just like, I don't know how much I can actually build in this park then if it's going to be like that. So, but I do agree. Special effects are a very good idea. Bubbles, maybe even some like smoke or steam. Even on this ride, I think I should have maybe put some smoke or something in there, and I still can, but like my only issue is again just the lag. But there's also that queue area, right? So it's a very closed, or it's a very tight area, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I don't really want things to kind of leak out, or I don't know. You get what I'm trying to say without me saying it like 1000%. So. Oh, and I tried to take a page out of Star Wars Land's book. What? I tried to take a page out of Star Wars Land's design. Whatever. Words are not coming out of my mouth right now. I added some big mountains in the back. I added this big cone thing, and then I realized that it was kind of... I added that one too. And then like all the angles that you're going to see it from, those like line up perfectly. Well, not from over there, but like when you walk towards the ride. So I do end up, I think I remove that like the little skinny one, and then I add another cone thingy over here. I might add more of those onto like various things. I don't know. There's not really an area that's like this area because this is like the perimeter of the park. So these are just show buildings. There is a show building where the Pipshot Juice and I think the sushi place is over by the teacups, but it's a very small show building. Anyway, the video is almost over, and yeah, we did a lot in this video. Welcome back to Planet Coaster, right? Okay, anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. I don't know when it's gonna come out. I still have to build everything. So I will see you guys then. Yeah. I think next is going to be a Sims 2 build, so I don't know if you're into that, then there you go. I don't know, I'm trying to keep it like weird and varied on my channel, but YouTube kind of hates that, so I don't know. But yeah, okay, I will see you guys in the next video.